Today I'll be talking about click tracks. I'm not against click tracks. I've used them a lot. They're really useful. They give you an easy structure to follow in your DAW, and it's really useful to structure your song. And if you're, let's say you play a piano track and there's large gaps in between like the chords you're playing, like whole notes or whatever, it's a lot easier to overdub other instruments because you can latch on to that click. And if you don't have a click and you're just doing row, and it's just nothing to latch onto, no markers, it's a lot harder to overdub like a drum beat over top that. And I've been trying in my last album to be a bit more organic with click tracks, as in I would let it change tempos, as in the verses would be at 110 and then the chorus would jump to 118, and it worked really well up until I came up to record the last song, and that last song proved problematic. Here is what it sounded like. Now let me play you the song to a fixed tempo just to show you how it robs it of vibes and feels. I mean, it's not unusable, it's not garbage, but the click track robs it of something ineffable, some vibes, some feels that are clearly present in the no click track version, because the song is free to expand and breathe as it wants to expand and breathe. The click track sort of makes you a bit tense while you're playing. It's very restricting, and it makes me feel a bit more nervous and a bit more tense and rigid in my playing and singing. So if you listen, it progressively slows down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the slowdown is very progressive. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna have a tempo that slows down progressively, which you can do in Cubase and most DAWs. And I programmed it, but it was completely killing the vibe to actually try to play to that slowing down Cubase programmed click track. And in the end, I just ended up playing the acoustic guitar live without any click track, and I sort of mumbled the vocals while I was recording it. And you can't really hear it in the final mix, but it always bugged me to have to do that, because you want to sing the song to actually latch on to the correct tempo and vibe. But since you're recording an acoustic instrument like a piano or acoustic guitar, you can't really sing out loud because it's going to leak into the track. So I mumble, and it's imperfect. It actually gets you there because you get sort of the feel, but I want to try something new to get the full feel. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to record
A ghost clicked.
So what that means is I'm going to record like the vocal and the piano. It's going to be the piano for the song I'm doing today. And this track will not be present in the final mix. I'm just going to use it as a scaffolding. I'm going to overdub piano, like the real piano track, some other vocals, drums, bass, guitars. And essentially in the final mix, that ghost track will be muted. What its purpose is to serve as the scaffolding, a living, breathing click track. So instead of the click track being just a computerized tick-tock, tick-tock, or a static drum loop, is going to emanate a vibe that I'm going to latch onto with all the other instruments. The important part is the vibe, because even if I crack on my vocals or like the piano is not perfectly like played, like whatever, as long as the vibe is there, that's the important part. So the stakes should be a bit lower than I'm actually recording the take that's going to be the real basic track. No, it's going to be the vibe track. It's the first time I do this. Let's see how it works out. The song I'm going to attempt is called Miss 22. It's not one of mine. It's by Raymond Bertrand and Jean-Marc Bertrand. Here's what an older version that Raymond did sounded like.
I just see, I just look around. I live just like I feel. Getting high, sometimes coming down. Just turning like a wheel. Don't you think that we're here to show all good things, but men don't want to know? Oh my God, I need you, please come home. What a day, all my meanings change. My body can be you.
So Miss 22 is a strange title. The story is it's about a girl that worked on the 22nd floor of an office building, and they both liked that girl. And in classic prog rock fashion, it's also a fusion of themes about Jesus of Nazareth. Weird combo, but I think it works. Sounds pretty cool, but it's not a complete version in the sense that Jean-Marc had a harmony that was present in that song, and I always loved that song and I wanted to hear the full like context, the full version of the song, and so I'm gonna record it myself. And since the song needs to breathe, so there's several parts and there's several like interesting chord progressions, and I want it to not be on a click track, I'm gonna try it with this song. It's like a test. I've never done it before, so here goes nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just see, I just look around. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just see, I just look around. I do just like I feel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Game, now I'm feeling strange. My heart tells me tabarnak. My home. Just looking at the top of the stairs, and they tell me I'm crazy, but they can't. And they tell me I'm crazy, but they cannot see the way. And they love the... Alright, so that last take was pretty good, and I'm going to use it as is. There's a couple flubs, but they don't really matter. And what I'm doing now is I'm doing like a time warp, which is warping the grid to fit the actual song so that I have some sort of grid and I could see which bar I'm in and so on. It's going to make the rest a bit easier to overdub stuff on top. It's a really powerful Cubase feature, so I'm going to do that right now. I already started doing it. So I'm gonna go on. Like, I don't have to be exact here. The whole point is just to have a grid to reference to, not to lock onto. Alright, so there we go. So as you can see, there's a lot of variation. So that track is very organic. Let's see what it gives when I add on more stuff. Now, first thing I'm going to do is add drums. Usually I don't do drums first, but since I have already the Ghost vibe track, I'm going to start with the drums. And since I have only 2 microphones, I'm going to do just a kick snare combo. And after that, I'll overdub some hi-hat. I'm also going to be adding some ride cymbal to accentuate certain bits.
Don't regret all those.
Alright, so I'm done, and I added like a cool like delay here on the snare. Like a 1/8 dotted note. It gives a little groove. Anyways, I might keep it or whatever for the actual song. Now that the drums are done, I think I'm going to do some piano. Like I'm going to mute the original piano. I might keep the ghost track of the vocals just to guide me, and I'm going to play the piano on top of that drums. Right, I'm gonna do the bass. My Rickenbacker is in the shop, so I'm gonna be using the Fender Bass 6 because it's a bass that moves a bit, and I want it to be like clunky. So let's do it. I'm going to add a little bit of brassy keyboard. All right, let's do it. All right, I'm ready to do some vocals. I always give myself a bit of reverb and a little bit of Galaxy Tape echo. Just like a couple like very, I mean, I exaggerate the effects when I'm actually singing, like tracking, and then I curb them when I mix later. And my vocal chain right now is going into the Pro MPA2, into the Pro VLA compressor, and then the Pultec Stam audio. I mean, I don't apply too much. See, like,
I just look around. I
just a little velvet on top. And I'm using the KU5A ribbon mic with a little nice mount on pop filter. I can talk about this guy in another video. It's really, really cool. All right, so let's do it.
I just look around. I live just like I feel. Getting high, sometimes coming down, just turning like a wheel.
All right, it's time to do the harmony, which oddly enough, right now, it's a lower harmony than the actual main vocals. And I always use a different mic to do harmonies, especially like harmonies that are meant to be like almost at the same level, because it feels less condensed in the same EQ spectrum. Anyways, it makes a better mix. It mixes itself more. Now I'm going to be using my large diaphragm condenser. It's a CAD Equitek E350. It's a vintage mic at this point. It's from the year 2000 when CAD was made in the US, and it sounds really good. And I'm just going to be using like a plain Neve 1073 Unison plugin. I'm not touching the EQ. I'm just going through it. Sounds great, like butter.
I just look around, live just like I feel. Getting high, sometimes coming down, just turning like a wheel.
All right, now as the final track that I'm going to do, I mean, there's a lot of echo. Just a minute. I'm going to do some doubles using the RE50. It's an omnidirectional dynamic mic. See, it doesn't change much when I move around. And I'm going to sing from further away like this to give it a bit of a room so that it sits really well in the mix when I do that. And I'm just going through here like the Unison 610 with the LA2A compression. And I compress it quite a lot. I'm going like to at least 6 dBs of like gain reduction on this one because I want those tracks to be really squished and tight so that they sit really well as doubles panned left and right. All right, let's do it.
And they tell me I'm crazy, but they cannot see the way. For their love is not ready to be strong enough to know for sure.
Right, now I'm going to be recording some guitars. I'm going to use the Sheraton for the first part. I need like those really like big humbucker sound, and I'm going to go with a crunchy sound with the high amp and the tube overdrive. So it's going to be very crunchy, and also I'm going to do a part that's in the interludes between like the verses. That's not going to be crunchy, so I'm going to switch to the British Copper 30 TB. Is like a Vox AC30 with an Echo Man. So a tiny little bit of crunch, but like more clean, so that there's some differences in like the bits. So let's do it. Now I'm going to double up exactly the same guitar part, but using the Gretsch with the Antiquity P90s with the same high amp. It's like the high watt with the same tube distortion. Except for the clean sound, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a different amp. I'm going to use like a Fender Bassman with like 410s with the analog delay pedal. It's set at the same amount for the clean sound with 1/8 dotted note. Still has a bit of crunch, but not too much. And it's like for the clean parts in the song. So I'll put the final touches on the mix. Now we could listen to everything together. I think overall the technique really worked well. It was a bit weird when I was first starting to record like the first tracks, like the piano and the drums, because there was some slowdowns that felt strange. But when I started actually laying down the vocals, everything made sense because it didn't feel like I had to rush or do anything. The vocals just sat in like a really good pocket when I was singing them. The feel was like perfect. There was just one little surgery I had to do in the middle of the song. When I was doing the ghost track, I flubbed a chord, and that really didn't matter because it wasn't the final track. But when I flubbed that chord, I actually went from like 107 beats per minute during that bit, and for that bar it slowed down to like 102. For sure that with the time. So it was very noticeable, and that felt wrong. So what I did is I just cut my ghost track there and adjusted so that that specific bar was also 107, so there was like a constant beats per minute during that section. But apart from that, that technique was really good. So let's listen to the track, the whole track by itself, and after that I'll give like a couple more thoughts and the conclusion. So overall, I think that I'm going to reuse that technique for sure, especially with me warping the grid to fit the actual ghost track. And I think with this technique, especially with the grid all warped, now I have a reference. Okay, bar 21 is bar 21 and I have 4 beats. I could like cut at certain beats. I could start I mean, I have all the benefits of a click track and a grid without the downsides of a click track and a grid, which is like constrained time and everything has to fit onto the grid. The grid is like just there as a guide when you're editing the song afterwards. It's not there to constrain you, and that's actually a great thing. So overall, success. See you in the next one.